Stu, do you want to give us a little bit of an intro to the Swirl Sniff and Spit, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it's probably just really sort of born out by a few people sort of getting together and wanting to do something around Brisbane, sort of bring some people together who want to learn a bit more about wine, and also sort of taste some good wine as well. So it's probably a bit about networking. So there's a few people out there who we don't know, who we know are sort of into their good wine and fine wine. And yeah, just about sort of bringing people together and sort of trying to show that there is a bit of a fine wine culture in Brisbane, and like I say, if just bringing more people together we can enhance that a bit further, then I think we've done a good job.
Mate, how important is the social media side of things to what's happening here tonight?
Yeah, I think it's an important part of it, and again, because we've personally, from a personal point of view, I've met a lot of good people through social media sites like Twitter, and learned all about wine, and sort of met some good people both within Brisbane and also outside of Brisbane as well. It's not the be all and end all. It's just one part of, I suppose, like a marketing channel. But yeah, what I'd like to sort of see people doing is first and foremost is sort of looking at the wines, like sort of tasting the wines, learning a bit about the wines, and then yes, where possible, sort of tweeting about the wines as well. Because it's about raising Brisbane's profile and bringing Brisbane, I suppose, to a bit of a wider place.
Nice, which is fantastic, mate. It's long overdue. Just quickly, what are we tasting and what are we drinking tonight?
So our first session here, we're looking at classic aromatic whites. So we've basically got sort of 6 pairs of wines. We're going to start with Sauv Blanc, so we're going to look at a traditional sort of Kiwi Sauv Blanc versus a Sancerre, so the traditional home of Sancerre over in France in the Loire. We're then going to be looking at a pair of Rieslings. So we've got actually an Australian take on like a Germanic sort of, or the German cabinet style, which is a bit like a sort of a premium sort of slightly off-dry style, versus again traditional sort of Aussie standard like an Eden Valley Riesling. A pair of Gewürztraminer, so again we've got the Kiwi Gewürz there, looking at that compared to basically an Alsatian Gewürz, a pair of Pinot Gris, a pair of Pinot Grigio. So again, in those cases, we've each got like an example from its traditional home versus like an Australian take on that. So looking at what you might consider a bit of a global standard versus the Australian sort of preeminent example of that style. So yeah, Pinot Gris, Pinot Grigio, Riesling, Sauv Blanc, Gewürztraminer, and what have I forgotten? Viognier. So again, we're looking at, we've got a Condrieu, which is pretty much the best known Rhone take on a Viognier, versus the Yalumba Virgilius, which is again probably the preeminent take, Australian take on that Viognier style, the Viognier varietal.
And mate, in terms of the events that are coming up, where can you go? Where can we find out what's coming up next, and how often are these events taking place?
So basically, we're initially going to every third Tuesday of the month. Our kind hosts Era Bistro are hosting us monthly. So as I say, third Tuesday of the month. We've got a website, www.swirlsniffspit.com. For those of you who are Twitter-minded, we do have a Twitter account as well, which is at Swirl Sniff Spit. And also, each of our tastings, we will be using the hashtag Swirl Sniff Spit. So again, those of you who are tweet-minded, savvy, Twitter savvy, whatever you want to call it, will be on the tweets. So yeah, engage with us in one of those two channels. As we sort of said earlier, Twitter is an important part, but it's not the be-all and end-all about this initiative. It's about bringing people, it's about learning about some wine and about tasting some top-notch wines.
All right, well done, Stu, for putting this event together, mate. Look forward to a great night. Catch up with you at some stage throughout the evening.
Thanks, Punter.
Cheers, mate.